All right, shut it down.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, crap.
Oh,
Oh, hey. You know what time it is?
Oh, you did hit it. Do.
An interview. I'm Todd.
And I'm Nick.
Oh, hey.
Oh, and
How's
I
it
need
going?
to open chat. It's going. It's been another week of Blur.
I'm a big fan of Blur.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking music, right?
The band, yeah.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Oh man, Blur. What's their song? I mean, they have a few, but there's the one that I would know.
The really popular one.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
I'm sure I've heard it. I know. I used to listen to Blur.
You know what's perfect? I have a couple of Blur experts in the wings, ready to answer any Blur
Thank
questions. Let's see what they have to say. Oh my goodness. Rachel honored Vincent and Ben. OG.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
how's
guys.
it going? And what's your favorite Blur song?
Well, probably the most famous one is Song 2. That's
Yeah.
literally what it's called, is Song 2.
That's
Yeah,
the one.
I think that is what I was going to say. I didn't know the name of it, but it's the one from Gran Turismo.
Oh.
I was waiting for
Wow,
one of you to
I
just be
learned
like, I
Amazing.
hate Blur.
Oh.
That sounds like an Xbox racing game song.
One time their
Please do.
tour bus cut me off.
Mm.
Yeah, they're the worst. Hi, thanks for being on. How's it going?
It's going great. Thanks for having us.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for being on. Aside from being enormous Blur fans, you two also have something else in common. Yeah?
We do. We're both writers. We'll just leave it at that now. Just kidding.
Perfect.
Yeah, so Honor and I are both contributors and writers for the Scott Snyder Presents Tales from the Cloakroom anthology. And we're both thrilled to be here. It's great to meet you guys in person, or virtually, actually.
Yeah,
It's
virtually in
close.
person.
It's close.
Close enough.
Virtually in person. Yeah.
It's as
Yeah,
close
and
as
we're
I can
all,
meet people nowadays.
We're all in Scott Snyder's comics writing class. So the three of us actually have that in common.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the weird one.
I tell Todd about it a lot, enough that he's basically.
Yeah, it feels like I've been a part of it.
It's like, oh, Donnie Cates was on, and he said this, and he said this, and then he showed us this, and then.
It felt like really being there.
Yeah.
Where did do you have like a summation of what Tales of the Cloakroom is? Like, is there a common theme throughout, or something that stitches it all together? A motif or a feeling, a mood, a genre?
Do you want me to take that one?
Sure,
Honor?
yeah, go for it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so it's a multi-genre anthology. It's for originally it was opened up and it was for anybody in Scott's class. We put an open call for people who are interested early in the class. So this is like a late August, September, that time period last fall. And we try to get, as many people interested and involved as we could. But, some folks aren't on Discord, or some folks, they only watch the classes. So obviously, like, not everybody could participate. But the folks that we did have in,
that Discord is wild.
It is wild. Yeah, it's a lot to keep
It's a
track
lot.
of.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So, what we did was Joe, who was one of our editors, Joe Schuster, he originally was like, I want to make a comic. Like, I'm in a comics writing class. Like, I want to make a comic. Let me get people who are interested in doing the same, and we'll put it all together into a book and make an anthology. He grabbed me. and we got a couple of other editors, and we got a bunch of students. So there's no restriction on genre. We only had a couple rules. One was every story had to be 6 pages or less. It could be color, black and white. And there was a sort of, like a motif, like you were saying, Todd, which was like a through line where each story had to have a jacket is either a plot driver or it could be as little as like a Easter egg.
Nice.
So that's the way we did it. My story, my personal story in the book, it's not part of the plot. So I've actually got a jacket that has a patch on it that says BJP, which is Best Jacket Press. So it's just an Easter egg.
Mm-hmm.
And Honors, yours was small part of the plot, if I remember.
Yeah, it's sort of it's part of the kind of inciting incident, I guess, to what the time travel that happens later. Spoilers. But yes, it is an 80s style jacket on an ancient body in a bog.
Nice. Speaking of jackets, we actually have somebody else attached to the Kickstarter. I don't know if we told Ben or Honor or anything, but they're a jacket expert, and I hear they have the best jacket possible. Oh
my God.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Hi.
Is this real, or is this like pre-recorded video you just throwing up there?
Yeah, it's gonna time real good.
Oh, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Scott, we can't hear you.
Hear you, Scott. Classic.
Uh-oh. There's no sound from you, Scott.
Oh,
that was me.
Oh, no, okay. I got the hand motions though.
We'll try again in a second.
Whatever.
Oh, man, I just got
God.
really nervous. Like my heart rate just like shot through the roof there.
Classic.
Now we're both sweating.
That'd be a fun video. We should save that so we could do that just any time. We could be like, it sound's not working. Oh shoot.
All right, sorry.
Anyways,
Wow, look at you guys getting Scott to come on the pod. That's amazing.
he's been on a few times. I backed the Noctera Kickstarter, and he came on for that, and he's been by once or twice for the Comixology stuff too. So
Here,
let's try.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Hey.
Oh God, sorry. No, I had Zoom open from before, so I think it was like funneling through
worries.
there. But
It ate your
no,
audio.
I wanted to say thank you. I'm so excited about this project and what you've been able to do, Ben and Honor, and the idea of using the jacket as a prompt, but exploring all these genres with a focus on emergent voices, and the stories sound great. I mean, and the art looks great as well. So I know how hard it is to put something like this together. I've tried it a couple times in the past back when I was teaching, and it really means the world. So I wanted to just stop by and again just say thank you so much. It makes teaching, that much better to see students come together on their own and to be celebrated and to feel like they're empowered and have pathways to publication like this. So it's just great to see.
Thank you very much. I mean, it's been amazing. I don't know what to say. Like tomorrow, I believe is the last class. Like I know I'm going to miss it. Like I look forward to it every month, and it's been amazing being part of the community and then having a writers group who all had the same goal and who all wanted to make comics. And, we all put it together and made a book. So we're very proud of what we made, and, we couldn't have done it without your class. So thank you.
No, and I was just going to keep it going, I think, just for fun, like to see. The thing I was going to switch over and see if you guys like the idea, honestly, was to start using student work as kind of a text in the class. So my thinking was, I can show you stuff like, for example, what I used to do when I did workshops was I would try and read things ahead of time by students and then prepare sort of a lesson about what it was that I thought maybe was kind of the central core area of discussion for a story, whether it was something like characterization or whether it was something that was like metaphor based on the things that were kind of really working or not working in that piece. So giving a couple examples of published stuff that we'd look at quickly together, but then going into a discussion about what was really working and what might work a little bit better in that story. So, you know, I love that kind of stuff. So my hope was to kind of transition over, and I don't know, I love doing the class. Like I would do it for, you know, just for fun. So if people want to keep doing it, I'll keep doing it. But if people are, you know, have gotten their fill, I totally understand as well. But I'd love to do like a comic writing 102. and just
Oh,
keep
yeah.
going.
Hey,
Yeah.
bring it on. You got a bunch of folks here that'll take it. And I know, like within our writers group, we've been talking about it quite a bit. Like, hey, will they continue with the class? Will it be a 102 or just a repeat of 101 that we could stay in and contribute to? So there's a lot of interest, you know, amongst our group. So I think you'd have a lot of people signing up for it. Or
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I would never go back and do the same again. I feel like the goal would be, honestly, because everything's archived. So the goal for me would really be to be able to just continue the community that we've already built and just find ways of evolving it so it's more useful for you. And as new students kind of find it, they can always go back and look at the ones before and then kind of catch up at their own pace, you know? So to keep it going on that kind of trajectory that we've already started it off on, and not really repeat stuff, you know? I mean, I might do a primer and go back and be like, you know, it's been so long, let me do a reminder about this because I saw something or read something that really changed my thinking on it, or maybe not changed it, but gave me, like, I thought was a great example of something that does this, approaches this technique or this idea really differently, and do something like that, you know? But it would always be additive. I don't want to kind of
supplement it.
yeah, I don't want to just go back and do it again. So I feel like the fun would be to keep it going with the same people that grow together, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what
Yeah.
I'd like to do.
I think you'd have a pretty good crowd.
That'd be
The
fun. I mean,
Discord
I
has
can't
been-
get over how many people are in it now. And it really, honestly, like I kept it going teaching as long as I could in the real world. I used to, you know, commute and do it when I was on Batman, just because even when there was so much pressure, you know, on a commercial book that you're on like that, teaching for me was always like a lifeline, as hokey as it might sound, to sort of your values and your, you know, your connection to that, like, hunger and the feeling of passion and integrity that's there with young writers, you know, and the feeling that they bring, the kind of longing to say something that matters to them, longing to make something that they've had in their head a long time, whatever it is, whether it's pure fantasy, whether it's memoir, whether it's, so for me, it was a way of getting out of the pressures of Batman and a lot of that, and just reminding myself what mattered about writing, and then bringing those priorities back to big commercial stuff, you know, and that. So I missed it tremendously, and being able to pick it up again here, not knowing how it would go, and then seeing, you know, people show up has been like easily one of the highlights, if not the highlight of the year. Even with all this other stuff happening, it was James. All my friends. I was just had lunch with Tynan 2 days ago. Drove into the city and saw his apartment and hung out with him, and it was great. He took me out in Brooklyn. And it was so fun. I've not been out in so long to like lunch in a nice place where it was like everybody looked amazing. They're all dressed up, you know. I'm like dad in sweatpants kind of mode.
Yep.
All the time.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. But we were talking about it, that he was like, you know, it was just like he was one of the things that came up was this, and he was like, do you think you'll continue, because he loves doing Substack as well and figuring out kind of how to kind of do a year two now that the year one is up. And you know, I was saying, like, I just want to keep going, and he was super encouraging about it. So he still teases me about being in class. I used to draw arcs on the board all the time and all that. He was like, remember this, remember that, you know? And I was like, I still do. That's all I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I don't want to take up your time. I want to let you talk about the book in all detail and that. And my kids, we're supposed to watch the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things tonight.
Ooh,
So
nice.
they're already mad at me.
Have fun.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
it's gonna take you like 3 hours.
It's gonna take a while.
I know, we're 15 and 11 and got no camp tomorrow or anything.
Oh,
So
there you go.
they're all about it. They were like,
you do have some books coming out though, like tomorrow though, right? You could quick give us a.
It's next week.
Is it next week? Okay.
I'll plug anything. Yeah.
Don't plug anything.
The IDW actually, I think I don't know if it was a shipping thing or what it was, but the original date for the Wildfire just got bumped a week, so now I have everything coming out next week. So
nice.
I've got three books I've been working on a long time with three amazing co-creators with Tula Lote. I have a book, Barnstormers, that's like a historical fiction about a guy who claims to be this ace World War I pilot, but has all these secrets behind him, and crashes into a celebration that he thinks is for him, but is not, and picks up a passenger along the way, and they have kind of a wild adventure together. And it's about a moment in time that I think reflects our own, where it's this kind of, quiet, but sort of really callous period in the 20s in between these big cataclysmic moments when, the wealthy were kind of partying in the roaring 20s, and there was this sense of doom coming, I think, as well. And anyway, so it has a lot of
How does that sound like now? I don't know what you're talking about.
Rich 20s.
That's young kids, and they do these daredevil stunts that they're not allowed to do by law, and they just do them to make money and to survive. And it's and it's beautiful. I mean, Tula's incredible. And then Canary, which is a horror western. It's about a collapsed mine in the 1890s in the Utah Territory, and these strange murders start happening around that area, and this marshal comes to investigate that has a history with that place. And Dan and I have been talking about that book for like 3 years. I just love Dan to death. And we started, I remember like talking to him about a book. We were at a con together with Donnie Cates in it was Detroit, and it was like it was before COVID and all this stuff. And we were there, and there was a Hot Wheels convention. I think Donnie talked about this in the class, but there was a Hot Wheels convention, and we didn't realize how serious people are about their Hot Wheels. But they have like these whole rooms just covered in Hot Wheel boxes that are all collectibles, and they stayed open all night, all these rooms that you could wander through. So we decided to just have some drinks and like wander around, and Panosian pretended to be this connoisseur of Hot Wheels, and it was the weirdest night. But we started talking about working together, and this book kind of came from that. And it's very much a kind of book about problems of today, but transposed into the West in a scary way. So, and then the other one from Comixology is an all ages book, which I was really excited to try. It's with Jamal Eigel, and it's Dudley Dotson and the Forever Machine, about a young inventor who discovers a perpetual motion machine that was created by Daedalus back in ancient times. And Wildfires is a heist book that is about women who are inmates in the California penal system and are brought out to fight wildfires in this really wealthy area along the mountainsides, and decide to rob this house they know about. And so it's a big noir. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to come in and pitch myself. I was just coming to say thank you for the books. But the thing that I'd say about the class is that, like, doing the class while I've been doing my own stuff, the double helix structure of that, like trying to keep yourself honest as a writer by expressing the things that matter to you and trying to teach the way that you would like someone to approach you when you were coming up, has really given me a lot of confidence to be able to try things that I wouldn't otherwise. And these books, the first wave was maybe, big, heavy-fisted sort of stuff in a little bit closer to home, like, horror with Francesco, and big over-the-top action with Greg. And these are things you haven't seen from me. And then the third wave kind of goes back to a home base. So this is me kind of flexing those muscles and trying to do like my students did, and take risks and go out there and try things that maybe are a little scary at times. So
cool. They sound awesome.
Fantastic.
It's super. It's a big variety, which is cool. That's why the last wave was really cool too, because there was like a little bit of everything, and so that's neat. I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, man, it'll be a lot of fun. And again, I'm like as proud of what you guys are doing with Tales from the Cloakroom as of anything I'm doing, and anything I can do to help sign more of them, or help promote it if you transition over from Kickstarter to commercial book in some way, however I can help, please let me know, and I'm there in a second.
Awesome. Scott, we'll have to get you a story from you in the next anthology so you can flex your short comic muscles.
I
pages or
would
less.
love to. I would have done it. This year when COVID hit, it just put so many irons in the fire at once because I was so nervous about the state of the industry. I've never attached myself to anything film or TV wise just because I don't have a huge interest in that. But witches, it's really got far along in the process, and they invited Jock and I to be a part of it, and so I was so worried about COVID. I was like, I'll do it, and it wound up becoming like this much more involved in a really fun way job than I thought, where we were in the room every day and all of it. So it's like a fever dream or a blur, that whole 7 months of doing that. So I was living within an inch of my life. So next time I would love to. I'm sorry I was so behind the 8 ball this year, but it was like a second job that I didn't know I'd have. But
A second job. It sounds like an 8th job or a 9th job.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully it'll come out. I really love what we were able to make, and they decide in like a month. So we'll find out soon.
Ooh.
Good luck.
Oh
Hope you get
man,
it.
yeah, good luck.
We'll see.
Man.
I was like, as long as I get to be like a baby witch somewhere in the background.
There you go. Yeah.
Do like a cameo like Brubaker did in Winter Soldier.
Right? Exactly.
Little
You guys did. I'll let you go, and I didn't mean to.
Thank you so much, Scott.
No intrusion. Thank you, Scott.
No, I'm
Thanks,
so
Scott.
grateful.
Thank you.
I'm so inspired and grateful for everything that you guys are doing, and again, like, thank you to everybody participating in it. It really means a lot.
Thank you. We'll see you in class tomorrow.
You got it. I'll be there. All right. Bye.
Bye. Surprise.
Oh my God.
I literally messaged him like 2 hours ago. So it's super cool that that he was like, I mean, it just worked out. He was like, yeah, I got a few minutes. I got a family night, but I'll stop in for a few minutes. And it was like,
wow, that's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Man, like when his face popped up, my heart rate like really did back up to like 180. I was like, no way.
Well, I really did think that you were joking with us and it was pre-recorded when and you're like, oh no, the audio, haha. I was like, all right, surely no.
We might do that now, but
I know. I want to make that a thing. Hey Scott, could you just like change your shirt and give me like 15 seconds of video that I can prank people with?
It's like we ran out of time for Matt Damon gig. Like,
yes, exactly.
Yeah, I mean that definitely like makes my month, makes my week or whatever.
Cool.
But thank you guys for putting that together. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, I was glad it
You're
worked
welcome.
out.
I think that the first page of the anthology should be a rejection letter to Scott Snyder about how he didn't make it into the anthology.
Yeah.
Sorry, it can be presented by you, but we're good.
Yeah, I mean, how cool would that be to get a 6-page story from him for a
That'd be
future
super
anthology?
cool.
That would just be like really dope.
Did he do like is he doing like a forward or anything for it, or
No,
like that?
he's not doing a forward. We have all of that type of back and front matter coming from our own group. But he's doing the signed books, and they've helped us tremendously with social media and plugging us in the Substack newsletter, and
Nice.
just helping to like push it. Just the fact that he's lending his name to the title of the book,
Mhm.
that helps with like SEO and all kinds of stuff. So it's been tremendous. What they've been able to do.
Nice.
And like we put the whole thing together, like, I wouldn't say on the fly, but it was like a lot of people who had never published a book of that length, and no one had done Kickstarter. So it was like we were learning as we went, and then we were coming up with things like, hey, maybe we can ask Scott to sign some books. And that was like 2 months ago. So like, everything was really like, this is year 0 type stuff. So maybe like future anthology groups, they'll be able to be a bit more organized.
Hey,
Coming at it as a writer, it felt super organized.
Oh, really?
Been working on the editing side of it, and I haven't been. And the team that has been doing that, it hasn't felt like that at all. It's like, wow, there are so many spreadsheets. We have like editorial groups and feedback groups, and it's fantastic.
That's cool. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, the team that we had to put it together was pretty amazing. All of our editors, and everybody kind of had complementary skill sets. Like we had folks who were really good at making graphics, and some people were good at number crunching and Excel spreadsheets. So all of that worked out really well. And Honor was a tremendous help. She was a tremendous resource because she's had several successful Kickstarters. So I was always like DMing her and asking like questions like, hey, how do you do the math behind this stuff? What do we need for fulfillment? Like a million questions. And she was a tremendous resource.
I could see it being a lot, having so many people involved, trying to keep everyone in the loop and keep everything organized. But yeah, at the same point, it allows you a huge depth of resources, of people's individual skills and stuff too, to really let people shine where they're good at. So sometimes you get like some really great stuff out of that too. Definitely
Absolutely.
worth the struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a lot of that, a lot of complementary skill sets, like I was saying, but it also takes a lot of luck. You got to like get some things to break your way, timing wise and resource wise. Like Scott was saying when he just popped in, like he was crazy busy through this whole process with witches and with all this comicsology stuff. But like, he still found the time to do and help us out in the ways that he did. So, a lot of hard work, but you got to have a little bit of luck too.
Yeah, for sure. And luck is huge. That's like,
this is true.
Without the sprinkle of luck, not much is going to happen. Yes. Good job, Travis. You got Nick on.
Travis Gibb did do a pull quote for the Kickstarter, and it was the first thing that I saw for the Kickstarter, and I have backed it because of.
Okay, but to be fair, if something says Scott Snyder on it, you're also buying it.
But it was,
and that's the first two words of the thing. All right.
Travis gave us an incredible pull quote. I'm not positive he read any of the stories, but man, his pull quote was amazing.
We got that same pull quote actually for Comic Burrito. We use. It doesn't make as much sense.
No, but hey, it's a great pull quote.
But it's a great quote.
And thanks a lot, Travis. I think he's watching and commenting. So yeah, he's great.
He's pretty cool.
So you were doing a lot of the editing and stuff. Have you ran into problems with like supply chain stuff or anything for printing yet, or are you still kind of off that a little bit?
No, we haven't. No, nothing unusual yet. We're going to use Mix'em for printing for the primary book. And we did a test print with them, one issue. No, not even one issue. It was like half of an issue just to test quality. No issues there. It takes a while to get the stuff back, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. And then we're using Wellspring for all of our goodies, like prints and stickers and stuff. So we're not anticipating any printing issues. Keep your fingers crossed, but you never know what'll happen with today's like printing market.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is the book is completely done. So as soon as the Kickstarter is done, we get the funds, then we can send the print job off, and then it's just a couple of weeks in theory before we get the books back. So like the backers will get their stuff like in a very reasonable amount of time.
Nice. That's always nice when you get them quick. I only bring it up because I know you listed a lot of the materials in the Kickstarter that you were using, and it sounded very high quality stuff. So it's always nice to get what you wanted when it comes to that.
Yeah, we've had a good experience so far. Limited experience with Wellspring and Mix'em, but what do you guys use? Like Honor, you've been using Wellspring, or remind me?
I've been using Greco most recently, and they're really great and really fast. I've used Wellspring in the past too for trade paperbacks. I like them both. They're both great. I think Wellspring, in my last campaign, they were just going to have they were backed up with other jobs, and Greco could just do it faster. But yeah, they're both, I think Wellspring's in Florida and Greco's in Michigan, I want to say. So that's nice too.
Hey.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I think Wellspring is in Florida. I think they're in Fort Myers or somewhere, something like that. Yep. And so Nick and Todd, do you guys have you guys done Kickstarters? Are you guys making books?
we made
we have a cover.
We have a cover.
We made a cover for a different book. David Byrne puts out a wonderful book named Steak Presents Jessamy. And for issue 1, you can find us with decapitated heads being on a platter with our little donk, our mascot as a vampire with Jessamy. That's available. We still have a handful available
that one.
too. Yeah, weird.
That's so exciting. That cover, I have the book, but
I've got to see that.
Yeah. I love steak.
Here we go. Mine are upstairs.
So, yeah,
There it is.
That's amazing.
There's the Burrito Boys, decapitated,
And
and then
Really
we
good.
got Jessamy and Little Donk, vampires. And then it's literally with this stack, so I'm just going to plug myself. I did the logo for Canceled.
Awesome.
So
Nice.
I did
Look at you.
that thing. So that's there. David Byrne, what up? This is my David Byrne stack that I'm also involved in.
Oh, that's true. Travis is reminding us we do have a golden burrito.
And that was
award
those things. And I edited or helped edit. I proofed for Cthulhu Invades Wonderland and Holiday Spirits. And then Nick has something, which is public knowledge, right? And then look at that. It's our golden burrito on the Cthulhu Invades Oz. Best anthology of 2020. What up?
I did my first page of written anything is in Wonderland. So just
cool.
a single page.
Yeah, I back that one. Yep. Yeah, it's on my.
I hope you like flower puns because
I can attest. There's a lot.
There's a lot of them.
Like flour the cooking material or flour the
No, like
flowers?
flowers.
Bloom,
Okay.
like the plant.
Cool.
Oh, I should have used.
You should have used
That's what I should've,
FOOUR.
Good
You
done.
messed it.
Dang it. Next
Scrap
time.
it, Travis. Travis
Next time.
just
The
rip
whole
that
book.
page out at each one.
Yeah, just the page. Yeah.
Too bad there's something on the back, but it'll be fine.
So.
But yeah, no. So I think that's our extent of actually being in the comic land. I like to proof. I really like editing and proofing. So I've started getting into that. So I've been doing that with Travis, and then Nick likes to write because he's self-flagellating like a lot.
Yeah.
So he writes.
Do you guys want to hear my take on editing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't really like it that much.
I love it.
I'm not totally into it. Like I think I much rather would just be like a writer and a contributor to books and anthologies. But man, it's a lot of hard work. It is a lot of hard work. Like and you're a lot of project management. You're managing people and personalities, and I do a lot of that in my work life. And like after hours, I try to like turn that side of my brain off.
Sure.
So yeah, I think I'll leave it to the professionals, like Todd and other folks in the future.
Yeah. I've technically been paid, so I'm a professional.
There you go.
Yep. But no, that's fair. I just have a passion for correcting mistakes. I can't help it. When I see them in comic books, I'm like, who read this first? Someone, how many layers did this go through? This bothers me. So now
it is astonishing. It is astonishing seeing a little bit of Cthulhu Invades and stuff. The amount of people that are involved in your book, the amount of people involved, and then something like that'll slip by.
No.
It's the worst feeling when you get something back and you're like, fuck. You read it and 8 other people read it, and it's just like, God damn it.
Yep. It's like,
and now it's real. It's in the world.
Yeah, now it exists. What are you gonna do?
It's like you get an autocorrect on a tweet and you can't take it back.
Yep.
You can't change
That's
it.
it forever. If you can delete the tweet.
You can
really
delete
hard
the tweet.
to delete a printed trade.
Sure. That's been distributed across.
Yep.
Yours has gone worldwide, right? For Cloakroom, is that shipping pretty much everywhere?
Yeah, it's going to be global. We have writers in the crew. We've got 4 in Canada, 1 in the UK, 1 in Latin America. I want to say Peru. I might have that wrong. I apologize to Alyssa if I do. And I might be missing a couple of people, but then if you take the whole creative teams for every story, then it's like all over the place. So yeah, we're going to be shipping, it's mostly US, but we're going to be shipping like copies like around the world. So,
That's cool.
We'll get nailed with that shipping charge, but it's okay. Like as long as the book's out there.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And then Honor, there was alluding to you having other Kickstarters. What else? What do you have out there that people could check out?
So I have 2 series going right now that I have over here somewhere. So my main one that I'm working on at the moment is New Rat City, which kickstarted earlier this year, and then last year we did it in like 2 parts, so it's 2 double issues. You cannot get those anymore, though. You will have to get them from Scout Comics, another Floridian comic group, which I'm so excited about. So those will be out from later this year.
When does that happen?
Brand new news? Is that hot off the press?
Not brand new, but new-ish.
When do they go? When does Scout put them out?
I don't have a release date from them yet. They have they're doing the number 1 and then a trade of the.
They're doing the nonstop.
The nonstop.
Yeah. Cool. I love those.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm super excited. They're just wonderful people.
That's awesome.
Once it's out, make sure to use Burrito when you get at the checkout to get 10% off Rat City on the Scout.
I can't vouch for that, and I hope it works. No,
it does work.
It just works. Okay, I'm going to use that now. That's great.
Burrito, all caps.
Great.
The funny thing is, I have forgotten to use it on buying like a metal cover that was like $100.
Yeah. Like,
I was so excited to buy. It was when they were really hot and they sold out like within minutes, and so like it went for sale, and I was like, boom, buy it. And then Cole was like, I shared a picture of the receipt, and he was like, you didn't even use your own discount code.
It's great.
Aww.
I love it.
I like to support it.
What else do we got besides Rat City?
So then my other series is Andraste, which is about Boudica's rebellion against the Romans in the 1st century Britannia. It's really fun. It's kind of been paused for a little bit. We did the first trade here on Kickstarter.
Nice.
In 2020 now. But
that's
I'm
this year,
back
right?
to that. Yeah,
it's still 2020,
right? So that'll be coming back. Later this year with an issue 4, and then I've got a couple shorts out already, and then also coming out in 2000 AD, which is a UK comics mag, which is just fantastic. Of the Judge Dredd, long running, really cool stuff, and they're really nice too. Kind of what we were talking about with editing versus writing. Putting books together and having to be like an editor and a proofreader and a project manager and a people manager. Mm-hmm. It's a lot, and it was so pleasant to just be like, here's my script, and the editor's like, okay, looks great. I'm like, that's it, that's all I have to do. Like, it's cool. Yeah. And then it comes out and it's this gorgeous artwork, and I didn't have to do anything else. It's really nice.
Amazing.
Yeah, Honor is the new master of the 4-page short story.
Right? Yeah, those are hard.
That's tough.
They do future shots. Yeah.
Is it a 16 panel for each one?
Yes. Oh, I try.
It's 4 pages, but it's 16 panels a page.
I've been pushing 10 sometimes, and it's like, I'm so sorry.
Just got to get it in there. Sorry. Nice.
It's amazing when you think about it, like telling a complete story, beginning, middle, and end with like 20 panels. It's like ridiculous, and like 16 panels. It's like, wow. It's like, it's really hard.
Yeah, that's rough.
Efficiency is tough, especially to make it also like effective and like good. It's like you can tell a story, right? but to have it impactful is really tough.
Yeah. You got to work with a really good art team and have all that dialed in too.
Yeah.
Well, it's awesome. All my indie friends are going to be with Scout, so I'm going to become a new power customer for them.
Yay!
Yep, it's what they do. It's really direct marketing. Hello, Baker.
How you doing, buddy?
I would like croissants, please. Well, thanks. Can you tell everybody where they can find you if Honor / look at Ben's thing and you can find where to find Cloakroom. But where can they find you?
Me? Yeah. So I'm at rhonorv on Twitter and Instagram. I'm also rhonorv.com for links to my stuff.
All the other things. And Ben, where can they find you?
Yep. So I'm Ben O'Grady on Twitter. That's my personal account, BenOgrady. And then at Cloakroom Comics, which is in my signature there. That's for the book, the anthology. So, that's where we do all of our marketing and promo. And obviously this links to our Kickstarter. And we have 3 days left, I think. So that's coming to a close soon. And
all the stretch goals are done, right? So if you get in, you're getting all the good stuff.
Yeah.
This is the time
everybody's getting all the digital books. So there's quite a number of comics that people are getting.
There's like 10 extras in there, right? There's a lot of extra comics.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a fair amount. Yep. And the creators are getting paid back. So the stretch goals increases our page rate back to the creators, by a little amount each one.
Amazing. So, that's cool.
Yeah. So
great stretch goal. I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah. We're happy with the way obviously we're over the moon. Actually, not happy. We're over the moon with the way the campaign's gone. We never expected to come close to stretch goal 3. When right before we were launching, the editors were chatting in our channel and we were like, if we make a couple $1,000 at the beginning, a couple $1,000 in the end and just squeak by and hit the first goal, we'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And the response has been incredible, really mind blowing for me. I didn't know what to expect. So it couldn't have gone better, to be totally honest with you.
Awesome. Nice. Well, cool. Well, everybody go do that. There's a link in the description to hit up that if you don't, or go to the Twitter and then go through there, find your way, go back it, get all the goodies. It's really cool.
We do have one final question though.
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you. So now go do that, and then we have one last question for you both.
One final thing.
We can wrap the burrito.
Tradition around here. We're always interested in what your perfect burrito would be. So
the deathbed burrito.
The deathbed burrito. There's no calories.
You're not vegan anymore. You're not worried about red meat. It is what's your perfect burrito?
Whatever toppings you want, or we also do allow if there is a local restaurant that has your favorite one, you can describe that to us. But
last meal burrito.
Whoever would like to go first, you can just say what you'd like on your burrito.
Oh my God.
I think I know mine. So there is a Mexican restaurant very near my house. I can walk to it, called Calibre. They're on the lake. They have the best, this is going to sound weird, they have the best mediocre Mexican food I've ever had.
Oh, no, I know exactly what you mean.
Okay, so you're feeling that. You know what that is. So, and they have a spicy burrito I always get with steak that's the most amazing mediocre burrito I've ever had. And, you get everything on top of it, sour cream, the whole 9 yards, get a Dos Equis on the side, good to go. Sit outside by the lake and eat it. It's perfect.
Is it microwaved?
No, it's not microwaved.
Oh, my favorite mediocre burrito is at Taco Boy down the street, and they microwave it.
Everything's microwaved there.
Taco Boy, is that better or worse than Taco Bell?
It is better.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It's worse.
You're
it's better only because it's not a chain and it's a local. My dad used to go there in college. It's just been there forever, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's worse when you don't have nostalgia attached to it.
Sure. Yeah. If you came to town, I would be like, maybe not.
We're not going there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
You know what I'm talking about. It's
We'll
a nostalgia hit to go to the
then you can do
place, and it's this is my home. Yeah.
It was in the movie 30 Seconds or Less.
Oh,
so there you go.
Okay.
Great.
It's one claim to fame. All right, Honor, your favorite or your perfect burrito.
I feel
perfect
this
deathbed last meal
burrito. Going to be heresy because I don't eat a lot of restaurant burritos really ever, but I love and eat so many of those frozen Amy's burritos from
Frozen
supermarket.
Amy's.
They're so good.
Amazing.
I know it's gross.
Incredible.
I don't care. I will point out, because I think you all will appreciate it, everyone should look up the cube rule of food, because technically a burrito, if you are identifying your food by the location of the structural starch that encases
So glad
it,
Cole's not here.
a burrito is a calzone. And I will say, I think
So
my
glad
favorite
Cole's
burrito
not
is a
here.
calzone.
This type debate has happened in the past.
It's a calzone. That's fine if it's technically a calzone, but if you went to an Italian restaurant and went, I would like a burrito, they'd be like,
a
we do
cheese
not
burrito,
order
please.
those.
Oh no, you get slapped.
We
right
don't
across the
have
face.
those.
Yeah.
Your favorite burrito is a calzone? I was not expecting that. That was amazing.
Well, it's got 6 sides of structural starch. That's the whole thing.
We talk about doing a cookbook someday that'll have like and it'll just say Honor Vincent. It's gonna say Frozen Amy's calzone. Is what it's gonna say.
Yep. Go buy one at the grocery
Thank
store.
you.
Microwave or oven?
Oh, microwave. Oven takes so long. I don't have that kind of time.
We don't have
you
time
gotta
for
get that Amy's. You can't plan ahead for an Amy's when you have an Amy's.
No,
like,
that's the
I need
point.
a burrito now.
Yeah, I need a burrito in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
I feel like I already did this, but
I didn't see that one.
That's fine.
Again.
I like. Do you watch Parks and Rec, Honor?
Yes.
You a big Ben fan?
Yes.
There we go. the calzone defense.
Yeah.
The calzone's
In the
betrayed.
calzone
In the
zone.
Yep. Yeah.
So good. All right.
Awesome.
Well, with the breaking calzone news, now we are everybody. Next week, please come back to Comic Calzone. Anyway, please subscribe to Comic Calzone. I hope they exist on YouTube because that would be my favorite. Go back to Kickstarter. It's in the description. Follow Honor, follow Ben, follow Cloakroom Comics. Do all those things. Make sure to love one another. And thanks for being here. I'm Todd.
I'm Nick.
Thanks for having us. I'm Ben.
Yeah, thank you, Honor.
Yeah. This has been Comic Burrito Interview.
Bye.
Bye.